Now going sports fans, welcome back to This or That Sports TV. And as promised, we are here again with another Manning Cup feature. We are on the road. And today we are at Wolmer'S High School. You know, another one of those schools that we expect big things from in Manning Cup.
Today we'll be going to the school, speaking to a couple of the players, speaking to the coach, because they have already started their season at the time of shooting this. Their first game, they absolutely violated St. Mary's High.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this feature. Let's get into it.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
Coach Fraser, Sean Fraser.
Sean Fraser here today. How long have you been with the Wolmer'S program, coach?
From June 25th, 2019.
2019. Alright, so you came right before the pandemic struck, right? So you would have been a part of this program throughout the pandemic. How would you say that would have affected Wolmer'S football over the last couple of years?
Over the 18 months to be exact. Yeah, it's been tough. You know, we have to train in like 5-5 in groups. It's not what the boys are used to, but at the end of the day we have to get the work done. So I mean, we set training sessions in terms of 5 of them come in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, and so forth and so forth. And you know, the job is showing now.
Dante Lakers, I'm 16 years old and I play central defensive midfield.
Alright, so you would have played your first game already. How was that game?
The game, which was played on Saturday 12 o'clock, was a wonderful game as we went out there and we demolished and we kept the 3 points. A very good start to the season. It's a wonderful progression so far. Despite the doubts of the Wolmer'S team, you know, in the practice matches previously, we conceded about 16 out of 6 practice matches, and you know, it was a wonderful feeling going into that match, conceding no goals, you know, scoring a lot of goals. It's a very wonderful feeling to the start.
My name is Dominic Atkinson. I'm 17 years of age and I'm in lower 6.
Lower 6. Which position you play?
I play left wing and striker. Well, everybody in Wolmer'S know me as a joker. I'm a dancer. Could join the Ravers anytime.
Give us some. Give us some.
Wait, any dancer give me.
Us some.
Yeah, boy.
Malachi Sterling, I am 17 years old. I play left midfield at Wolmer'S.
Alright, so that first game on Saturday, walk me through that game. What was that like?
Well, for my first match of the Manning Cup, it was a very good experience. Learned a lot from it. After this trying St. Mary's 13 years.
Coach, walk me through pre-season. I heard that you guys had a rough pre-season in terms of practice games and.
All right, what happened was, to be honest, is that a lot of teams been breaking the protocols and playing games behind doors. You know, Wolmer'S is a school that follow the right thing every time. So we as coaches wanted to play practice game, but you know, we have our bosses that we have to answer to, and I don't want to lose my job.
Sure.
So I have to go through what the principal says.
You said that Wolmer'S adhered to the protocols outlined by the government, and to your knowledge, other schools would have defied these orders?
Yes, other schools. I don't want to call any names, you know, don't want to get myself in no problem, but yeah, other schools been playing like 8 games before we played our first game. So for me, I wasn't looking at the performance or results. I just was looking to see how the boys would incorporate themselves.
I'd say we never get to gel with one another, and we didn't get to camp, and we haven't been playing a lot of practice matches, but going forward we just have to play more with one another and just trust God and just do what we have to do on the field.
It never was a good preparation because we have some ups and downs, but in the last part of it we kind of fixed that and go out there Saturday and done what is to be done.
You being the captain of the team, right?
Yeah.
Which grade are you in?
I'm in 5th form.
You're in 5th form and 16 years old.
Yeah.
So
Another young captain.
Another young captain. How did it feel when you were awarded the captain's armband this season?
From the starting of the season, you know, I've been with Wolmer'S for 5 years straight, putting in my all, and the furthest I've ever went with the school was finals. And to be honest, Wolmer'S is the only school I've represented and not won anything. So coming here, having the captain's armband and leading senior men and men older than me gave me a very big responsibility. At first I was nervous to take up the role, but you know, what is given to you have to take it and move forward. As we are Wolmer'S, whatever we do it well. So I went out there and I led the team well, and you know, it showed in the result, which was 13-0. So it was a very hefty responsibility at first, but I did it and I did it well. So
hold the ball up.
I'm a goal scoring forward.
I'm just a creative winger, can make things happen.
As an individual, I would consider myself as an all-rounder. My work rates are high as I go forward, I go backwards. I've never played one position for any particular team. I first came to Wolmer'S as a striker, then I went as a CDM, then I went to Cavaliers as a right back. So I'm kind of all over the place. I'm all over the place, so I would describe myself as a Conte, covering 70% of the way.
Would you say that Wolmer'S has a particularly young team this season?
No, yes, we do. Majority of these boys can play again next season, which is good. So for me, as I told everybody when I do my interviews, is that this season we're using it for next season, to be honest. If these boys take it to semi-final or final, obviously I want to win. And I'm not going to set a limit to say that they can win. But we do game by game goals.
You think you can do to Kingston College what you did to St. Mary's College, or
The ball is
are you
round.
understanding the task?
Ball is round. Anything can happen in football. Nobody's unbeatable. That's what I learned from football. I played 15 years overseas. I played against some of the biggest clubs in my life and score against them. So going against Kingston College, you're going against a name. But does the boys that are playing for Kingston College is the same like back then? You don't know. You have to do your scouting report. You have to prepare your boys like it's a regular game, which it's not, but at least you have to build the confidence with them to let them know that, listen, you can achieve anything. And as I said, I'm going game by game.
The Wolmer'S keeper in 2019 is now a JC player.
Yeah.
Walk me through your recruiting process.
I haven't recruited nobody. None at all. All these players that are here is both players that played from Colts. We haven't went to no school to get anybody at all.
So besides the keeper, would any other school have pillaged any of your guys' players, or was it only him?
No, there's another forward, Xavier. Xavier that played with us. Yeah, he's with JC also. So we lost two good players that should be starting on the team.
And question, would there
Oh,
have been
and Rose. We lost Rose too. Jaheim Rose. He's playing for Clarendon College at the moment.
and would there have been an explanation that these players would have given you for jumping ship?
No, honestly, they're still boys and they're still has to answer to their parents. They're not like adults where you can go and talk to them. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to get involved with that. They're students first before athletes. So if their parents want to move them because of academical reason, then that's fine with me. I don't have a problem. But I don't think their parents will move them because of football. Well, if it's so, then that's bad, for me. But I would never take a boy just to come here because of football.
Are Wolmer'S going to win this year, or do you guys just want to put up a good performance?
We're going to win this year.
Wolmer'S are going to
I've
win.
never done anything just to enjoy. Everything that I do in my life is always with my heart and to achieve something. As I said to you before, if I go to the semi-final, obviously I want to win. But with these boys, I know how inexperienced they are. I have to consider them also as well as what I have in front of me. So if my boys can continue to play well and continue to score goals and we win games.
Going for the title.
Exactly.
All right, coach. Well, thank you so much for having me. All right, guys. So on the road again. One more school down.
Yep.
One more school covered.
Bro, we're doing these features, we promised them and we're delivering.
That's one thing. I promised you guys that we will keep our promises. So that's a double promise. You know where that go. But Wolmer'S, Rush, I had fun today.
Right.
Talking to these boys, talking to their manager.
They have KC on Wednesday. I want to see how they perform against, a favorite. And then we can really gauge where they're, because at this point we don't know where they are in the competition.
Yeah, because St. Mary as a measuring stick is not necessarily an accurate representation of what to expect going further into the competition. So, however, to score 13 in any competitive football game, outstanding.
All of these schools, all young players, KC, Wolmer'S, Calabar, all of them, young players. St. George's.
Another young captain.
Right, 16
Grade 11,
years old.
16 years old. What's with all these captains in bowler clothes?
I think it's just because we missed 2 years of Manning Cup. So those senior players either would have moved on or realized that it doesn't really make any sense.
And then a complete reset.
That's it from us today at Wolmer'S High School. Always a standout in Manning Cup. So I'm looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to the Manning Cup?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Guys. So, tell us what you think.
We want to know some schools too.
Yeah, comment where you want us to go. Tell us what you think about our coverage, guys, and anyone want to send me, we're dead.
That's right. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you know the maths already. We need to tell them the maths this
Let me
video.
tell them.
Go on.
If each of our subscribers manages to get us 5 subscribers, can you imagine how many subscribers that would have bring us in?
For sure. I don't do the maths still, because I can't do the maths. But I know that's a lot of subscribers. So yeah guys, that's it from us today at Wolmer'S High School.
Out.